My grievances hide the light of the world in me, and my salvation comes from me. So remember, the ideas of separation are what make this world seem physical. It's not actually physical, and I got to just emphasize that. And that's essentially what this is referring to. The resentments and grievances are words specifically used just to emphasize that these are something that are focused on separation. So these are thoughts that are and emotions that are focused on separation. They're the ability to judge. And so that directly reflects in your mind when you're it is your mind. Thoughts of these things, resentments and grievances, are in the mind, and then the world and the way it's filtered through, say, your sensory perceptions that all go through your mind, right? Your eyes go in through your mind, your smell goes in through your mind, your ears go in through your mind, the hearing, the feeling goes in through your mind, and so it's all processed through this idea of separation. So even though it gets a little more intense and complicated than that with the dreamer perspective, but in the sense, you have this filtration saying it's all separate, it's all separate, it's all separate. And so it literally is looking around and sees separation. And in that sense, it processes in the same fashion that the only way you know that you're a body is by feeling, by seeing, by smelling, by tasting, by hearing. And that's literally the only way in which you experience the world, right? It's all processed through that thought system. And that thought system, the thought system of separation, these resentments and grievances, that is the only way in which you can tell this world is happening. It's literally the only way in which you can tell. You don't experience anything of this world through your thought systems. Or beyond, did I say that right? You don't experience anything of this world outside of this thought system, these belief systems, these resentments, these grievances, this idea of separation. And you might not have quite as big of a forehead as I do, but that doesn't matter. That's a grievance of my own. So in that same way, you can't tell you're a body if you can't see, feel, taste, smell, hear. You can't. If you don't think or process any sensory perceptions, you have no idea that you're a body. You could be born into a body, have no idea you're born into a body, die from a body, have no idea you died from a body. No idea. You ever think about that? So in that same sense, you are not really a body, but you're processing of a body. Your thinking process and your belief system. Okay? So that's pretty dark, huh? That's what you like it. So in that same way, is that a body confines the light in you to seeming a world of separation. It's not actually inside your body, but it's what you are that believes it's a body. It's what you are that believes it's in a world. It's what you are that believes it has resentments and grievances and ideas in which naturally manifest as that reality. You see what I'm saying? Let's get this. So my salvation comes from me gets into that whole recognition. Now it's emphasizing specifically, let me not think my salvation is in this medication. Let me not think it's in this other thing. Let me not think it's in A Course in Miracles. But that it's in me. It's in me. It's always in me. And it's the same thing about recognizing that light, that the light is within me. Now, of course, what is me extends out in your definition of it, because eventually when you get to the definition of it, say the dreamer, you start to realize that the within me is everyone. Everyone is within me. So everyone that I think is a body is within me. So the salvation is not just coming from, it's easy, and it's something that we really get caught up in all sorts of Christian practices, and say A Course in Miracles, is that we still believe that salvation comes from a deity, even as we would say that this book comes from a deity, and not actually recognizing what the center of a Christ consciousness actually is not referring to any sort of physical identity, even if it's living or dead, it makes no difference. But that it's, let me not use this deity to forget that the salvation is within me. And yes, I might have received this information from whatever source outside, but guess what? Outside is still within the dreamer. Christ consciousness is still within me. My definition of me might be, oh, I'm over here. It's in me, right? It's in me, and that's over there. But then when I get into my definition of me, that's in me, everything's in me, everyone's in me, everything's in me, me. Of course, it won't be me. It would be more like, I am. But life is a whole journey. Life is the Course in Miracles. It is. That's what this is all about. And it's a beautiful thing, because you took a course in limitation to get here, and now you're taking that course of limitlessness. You went in and out. You're going in and out. It's quite a really miraculous experience just to think how, wow, you're really this guy, you know? Like, you're really this person. Holy crap. It's like, we really programmed this well. I mean, I can feel, I can taste, I can smell. Everything says it is real. That's redonkulous, right? Everything repeatedly says this is real. And yet, everything is me saying this is real.